Hundreds of veterans have died after being forced to wait months to receive their benefits. With veterans at increased risk of suicide, mental illness, homelessness, and issues like post-traumatic stress disorder, disability, and even unemployment, our veterans need and deserve our help. In 2014, 10.8 million veterans served in war, with 10.2 million veterans having found employment and 600,000 veterans unemployed. Even though 10.2 million veterans were employed, many of them were underemployed.
You also have to address the underemployed veterans that are, working maybe 3 or 4 part-time jobs just to make ends work, or they take a job that they're overqualified for, or they're just working at, like a minimum wage job just to get by.
Here is what Massachusetts Senator Eric Lesser said about whether it's manageable in the near future to end veteran unemployment.
A lot of challenging public issues are solvable if people roll up their sleeves and get focused, and if our political system embraces the need for change. Our country put a man on the moon. We liberated an entire continent in World War II. We've brought in great new technologies. We've ushered in all types of innovation that the whole world enjoys. This is a challenge that we can certainly take on, that we can certainly confront.
I asked Eric Seguno, commander of the Veterans of Foreign Wars in Ludlow, what he thinks America's veterans need.
Right now, today, is to be taken care of, to be given what they were promised when they signed up to serve. Health, medical benefits, and services that they've earned serving.
Around the country right now, average wait times are nearly 330 days. Even worse, this backlog has been associated with the deaths of thousands of patients waiting for their paperwork to clear.
I filed my claim in 1990. This same claim remains pending.
When the war in Iraq was over and the one in Afghanistan was winding down, the VA was soaring through a backlog of more than 860,000 disability claims from American veterans. More than a quarter of those veterans were waiting for a year or more, with the exception of many who are still waiting to receive their claims.
Many veterans are committing suicide due to the fact that they aren't receiving their benefit claims.
Our research has allowed us to estimate that about 22 veterans die by suicide every day. What's less well known is that 17 of those 22 do not receive treatment for care within the VA system.
51255. If we got 810s, I want gun runs from east to west coming in, okay?
Why should presidential candidates be discussing veteran benefits in the presidential debate?
That is a very important issue. Presidential candidates should talk about veteran issues. They are the ones who will send our U.S. military into battle. So they should be talking about what they're going to do when they come home, how we're going to protect them and their families as they're deployed and return, and provide them the services that they've earned.
And veterans issues are among the most important, so it makes sense that our presidential candidates talk about it. Frankly, I wish they would talk about it more. Sometimes they seem to be all caught up in a lot of silly stuff, and they forget the really important issues like veterans issues. So I hope they talk about it even more in the coming months.
Veterans have sacrificed so much for our country and ask for so little in return.
I think it's really a sad commentary on our country, honestly, that we often have so many veterans that are not getting enough food, not getting enough medical care, not getting enough attention. There's complicated reasons for it, but the short answer is that it's not acceptable, that happens at all, and that we need to do more to fix it.
These men and women fought for our country. They shouldn't have to fight for their own benefits.
Our country needs to do something about veterans suffering when they get home. Our veterans deserve our help.